Hi, I'm Amy and welcome to Hertoolbelt. It is week 2 of the big build-off competition and we are knee-deep in sawdust with our table builds. Hopefully you had a chance to watch week 1 of the big build-off. If not, hopefully I can link it somewhere up here. If not, I have a playlist at the end of this video with all the big build-off videos. This week I need to get most of my tabletop joined together. I'm doing something funky in the middle, kind of going out on a limb, taking a risk. Hopefully it pays off. And so I'll be bonding the outside thirds together today. And for my base, I'm going to do a new curvy design that I haven't done before, but I laminate a bunch of the wood together to make these chunky bases, and I'm pretty excited and I'm hoping they turn out. But I've got to get those glued and clamped so I can get cutting those next week. So this week is all about the glue and the clamping, and luckily Bessie Tools is the sponsor this week because there are never enough clamps in a wood shop. All right, time to get this glue up started. For my tabletop, I'll be joining the boards together with biscuits. This joint is an assisted butt joint, and it's worked well for me over the years. You do need a special tool. This is called a biscuit joiner. What I'm doing here is laying out where I want the biscuits to go. I want to make sure I don't have a biscuit end up where I'm cutting the round part of the table. And for each biscuit location, I'm marking both boards so that I can cut the biscuit slot in both sides. And so the biscuit slots will line up and will fit the biscuit when I glue it together. When gluing up the boards for the tabletop, I make sure to apply plenty of glue, making sure the biscuit slots have glue too. And then I spread the glue out evenly and join the boards together. When clamping the tabletop boards together, I do it in a few steps. I use the clamps to bring the boards together, then I'll loosen the clamps and make sure the boards are sitting flat, and then retighten. On this tabletop, since I'll be cutting it round, I didn't do biscuits near the end. I'm using these little clamps to make sure the end boards are flat with each other. While that part of the tabletop is drying, it's time to get going on the table base. I'm going to be sandwiching 6 boards together to make each chunky leg in a C shape. I'm going to glue the legs together in 3 board sandwiches. This will make it easier for me to use a template and a flush trim router bit to make everything nice and smooth. And then I'll take the 2 3s and put that together to make 6s. I wanted to make sure the tops and bottoms of my legs stayed parallel to each other, and then also hopefully the front could stay perpendicular. And so I made up a quick little form from some scrap plywood. The form is 29¼ inches long, and then I have a front edge that I can push the boards towards the front to keep everything nice and square. At the bottom of my form, I put a little parchment paper so my legs don't stick to my plywood form. And then for my leg sandwiches, I kind of did a little different cut scenario for each layer because I didn't want to have any of my wood joints stack up on each other. It's a lot stronger if the wood joints can be staggered in this sandwich. This Rockler glue applicator roller works fantastic in scenarios like this where you're laminating boards together. You want to make sure you get good glue coverage on all your boards so you get a strong bond. Just a quick check to make sure the back side of the form isn't flaring out from the 29 1/4. While I think the form was a good idea and useful, I didn't really think through the clamping situation before I started gluing up. So I ended up creating a wood press with some short 2x6s and some longer 2x6s, and then clamping those to the end of the table with some of the Bessie gear clamps. It may be a little bit hillbilly, but it did the job. Please hit the subscribe button and check out the other Big Build Off videos.